Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off giving all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, the rule well, the honors, the salutation, and Shalom to the elect, the hopeful elect that's in the ministry, that's in the faith, that's on the highways and byways, pushing the truth and sincerity. Shalom. My lesson today, I'm the brother from Great Millstone, Charlotte Camp, Shaquat Gabar. My lesson today is going to be about trusting in the Lord. Because, the times that we coming into, you men that's in this truth, that's in the faith, that they believe on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you need to believe in Him and trust in Him, that He's going to deliver us from all the hell and all the judgment that's about to come upon this place here in America. So, the first scriptures I'm going to bring out is Psalms, the 9th chapter, and 10. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, has not forsaken them that seek thee. So the Lord, the ones that know the name of the Lord, which is Yahweh, and His Son named Yahweh Shai, who the word really called God and Jesus Christ, they're going to trust in Him, man. The only one that can trust in Him and believe in Him is the Israelites, which are you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, starting off with the elect. Because the Lord is going to deliver us, man. I'm praying that I'm part of that number, man. Because, all hell is about to break loose here in America and all different parts of the world, man. You got hell breaking loose now. And, a lot of chaos, breaking loose, happening now over there, like in South America, parts of Central America, like Brazil, Mexico, Venezuela. You got, a lot of, things stirring up. A lot of war over there in Syria, Libya, parts of Africa, all over the place, man. Because the Lord is drawing nigh of His second coming, man, which is Yahweh Shai, His second coming, which is a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, man. He's coming back to redeem His people, starting off with the elect, and coming back to put you so-called white people, you Edomites, in the slavery and under subjection under the nation of Israel and under the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord telling us to trust in Him, man, and have faith in Him, because we are His people. He is our power, man. He ordained that ever since the beginning, of the world, man. He already had a set that who He was going to choose and who He was going to reject, man. He would choose the nation of Israel, starting off with the elect, which are you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and you heathens, you so-called white people, you Chinese, you Japanese, you Africans. But we're not Africans, man. The Negroes, the Haitians, and the Jamaicans, West Indians, we came from a different bloodline, man. We're not the same as Africans. The Africans over there came from Ham. We came from the blood of Shem, the bloodline of Shem. The way we got over there in the parts of Africa, especially the west coast of Africa, we fled in 70 AD from Roman persecution, man, the siege in 70 AD, and we ran into the west coast of Africa. Some of us, majority of us ran into Europe, Asia, India, but majority of us ran into West Africa, man, where the slave trade took place, man. When they say slave trade, you Africans and you Arabs, they enslaved us, and they had traders offered to you so-called white people, man, you Edomites, man. And that's how we came over here, in the cargo slave ships, man. There's talk about it, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, man. 28th chapter, verse 68, how the Lord will send us into Egypt again by ships. And when you read the scripture, you knew about the Israelites start off in captivity under the Egyptians. But the second Egyptian is spiritually Egypt. I mean, the second Egypt is America, man. Was spiritually Egypt, man, and Sodom and Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon. The Lord, brought us over here in the bondage, man, because that's what the word Egypt means, bondage. And he say by ships. So that's how we got over here. But, you need to trust in the Lord, not to get off topic, but, you need to trust in the Lord for the times that's coming, man, for the times that we coming into, bad times, evil times that the Lord say he was going to bring upon the earth, especially here in America. So the next scripture I'm going to get is Psalm 7:1. Psalm 7:1. O Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, my power. Indeed do I put my trust, and save me from all them that persecute me and deliver me. So the ones who persecuting us, it's these white people, man, these so-called, white people, these Edomites, and these other nations, and even 2/3 of our own people, man, they prosecute us when we go out there on the highways and byways. We come out there and trying to tell them the judgment of the Lord and the word of the Lord, that he was going to destroy America and bring everything down that's not righteousness, man. That he was going to, set up a righteous kingdom and bring the wicked down. The majority of the people, 2/3 of our people in the heathens, they don't want to hear that, man. They want to be stuck in this world and live this life in this world, and depend on this world. So they look down upon us and they prosecute us by calling us black, calling us terrorists, calling us rapists, or anything that's negative, man. That's toward this truth, man. But the Lord is gonna, hold accountable for what they've done, man, and what they're doing. The Lord is gonna destroy those who despise His word, man. But the elect, the hopeful elect brothers, that's in the faith and in the truth, we're gonna put our trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because we know that He's the power that can deliver us, man. We go to Psalms 18:2. Yahweh is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. So the Lord is our power, man. Starting off with the elect, man. When you get into that word Israel, in the Hebrew is Yasher Allah. He is a prince of power. And the Lord is the only true power, man. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. He's going to raise us up, man, because he only cares for the nation of Israel, man. You Negroes, Latino, Native American. Well, this world teaches that the Lord loves everybody. Anybody can make it. And then everybody going to be delivered, man. But the scriptures say that only the nation of Israel is going to be delivered, man. Starting off with the elect. And the rest of the nations outside the nation of Israel, if their bloodline don't go back to to Negro, Latino, Native Americans on their father's side, they're going into captivity, man, slavery. So the only people that gonna rule is the nation of Israel, man. That's who the Lord chose. This is Psalms 31:14. But I trust in thee, O Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. I said, thou art my power. See, once again, man, you got to trust in the Lord, because he's the power of Israel, man. And then King David, he wrote these songs, man. And the Lord said that we're going to be as David in that day, man. When all hell break loose. The most people, man. I'm going to get that in Zechariah 12th chapter. Quick precept. Zechariah 12:8. And in that day shall Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. And the house of David shall be as a power, and the angel of Yahweh before them. So the Lord gonna raise us up, man. He gonna raise some of this men up with spiritual power. He gonna deliver this man from the martial law troops, the FEMA camps, different types of adversities that's gonna go down, is gonna take place in America and all over the world, man. But the Lord said we, trust in Him and believe in Him, and He gonna help us, man. So that's what we supposed to be doing, man. When you in this faith and the truth. But we know that the Lord, is all power. We know that He the power of the Israelites, man. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and He have favor towards us, man. Starting off with His elect, praying that we part of that elect, man. I pray that I'm part of that number. Me and my Aki, from the elders and apostles on down, man. That's in the truth. That's why we, in this truth and in this faith, in this work, man, so we can find favor of the Lord, that He can deliver us from the time that's coming, man. But the dollar is about to crash, and the Lord is about to put the spirit on the Edomites to institute this RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. And we well understand, that once you take that mark of the beast, man, you're gonna be judged, man. You're gonna be destroyed by the thermonuclear fire, man, by the missiles that the Lord gonna send on America in different parts of the world that got that nuclear capability, man. The nations that got that ability, man. The Lord is going to destroy America, man. Starting off with NATO, Russia, China, Iran. They got nukes, ready to destroy America. The Most High going to put the spirit on them to send them missiles off in World War III to destroy America. And they're going to destroy those that take the mark of the beast, man. But the elect, the Lord going to deliver His man from that plague, man, from that judgment, by the way of the chariots of the Most High, man, which is Yahushua coming back in, man, with UFOs, what the world call UFOs, but they chariots of the Most High, with Yahushua in it, man, with dark skin, man, with the angels, which are dark skin, man. They're not aliens, man. They're not green creatures, man. They're dark skinned men that do the bidding of the Lord, man. His army, man. That's the way the elect gonna be delivered, man. By the chariot of the Most High and by the hand of Yahushua. So we need to trust in the Lord. But the Lord is coming back, to get His elect and to redeem His elect, man. I'm gonna get Nahum 1:7. Nahum 1:7. Yahweh is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and He knoweth them that trust in Him. So the Lord know His men, the ones that are going to trust in Him, man. The Lord, He's not going to forsake them, man. They crying out every weekend, every time they doing shows, every time they praying. So the Lord is not going to forsake them or leave them, man. He's going to deliver them, man, if He found favor in them, man. So the Lord is a power of His word. The Lord cannot lie, man. It's impossible for the Lord to lie, man. And the only thing we gotta do is have faith in Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. He gonna deliver us, man. That's how the Lord is, man. The Lord is a just power, man. We supposed to believe on Him, man.